So this signing slash prediction, I will say, is really based on a couple simple facts. This is not, we sign this guy for league minimum and we walk away. If we sign the Patriots right tackle, this is a big signing. This isn't a small signing. For example, SportsIllustrated.com posts an article here, and they said that if we did go ahead and sign the Patriots right tackle, it would be a 3-year, $42 million deal that includes a $15 million signing bonus, $20 million fully guaranteed at signing, and a $32 million in total guarantees. Which, again, would bump, if we signed to a 4-year contract, it would bump it to a $15 to $16 million per year annual salary. So, usually the players we talk about, right, a lot of this is just sign the guy who's not going to cost that much, bring him in, get depth, help you out in the short term, especially if you're going to draft the right tackle in the first round. This situation is a little bit different, / a little bit more interesting. So if we went for this guy, right, this would be, you're signing him to pretty much be a starter. That's kind of how you look at this. And while you could still draft somebody, bring somebody else in, still have depth purposes, you're going to be locked into this contract. You're going to be locked into this contract for multiple years. As the salary cap expert Andre here posts out, it's going to cost you a crap ton of money. I mean, 17 against the cap, 15 against the cap, 10 against the cap, kind of, more team friendly. Could you put all that money in cash? You can add void years, go ahead and push that money toward the future. There's things that you can do to kind of work around this, but again, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this idea. If you don't know who this is, he's right here, and I don't want to butcher his name. I'm about to play a video in a second that says his name completely, so we can learn it together. But he was a 6th-round pick, 182nd selection in the 2020 NFL Draft. He was drafted as a guard. He wasn't drafted as a tackle. He ended up becoming their right tackle, playing 656 snaps for them, 194 at right guard. Again, like I said, he was drafted to be a guard, not a tackle. But he has been, playing for them for the last 4 years. So, 4 years. So as you can see right here, he did go ahead and start off. He actually started off at the left guard position and right guard. He played kind of split, and he also played tackle. Then he went ahead and moved over. Let me try to do that. Then he moved over to strictly just right tackle and left guard before playing right guard and then finally playing right tackle and right guard. So he's played all over the offensive line. Pretty much everything but left tackle, which we don't really need left tackle, so it's not too bad. It's just a lot of money to spend on him. That's really what it comes down to. And I'm not saying that this wouldn't help us out. It would 100% help us out. I just feel like there might be better options available, and especially when it comes to spending money, I'd rather maybe spend some more money on get some other backups, get a starting tight end, and also worry about the draft when it comes to that. Now, here's what I'll say about this, right? Because whenever you put too much stock into a draft pick, you're usually always bound to fail. You put too much, like, oh, we're gonna wait, we're not gonna draft anyone, we're gonna wait to the draft and then take somebody, and that's gonna be our guy. When you do that, you're putting all your eggs in the same basket, and that's when you're destined to fail. I think there's some other options, and I think we need to look at all of our options. Paying a right tackle this much when we don't know how good he's going to be, because the Patriots offense has not looked good over the last couple years. They have looked absolutely piss poor. And you're taking an offensive piece from a piss poor offense and trying to put it on our squad, and with how much money that costs, he needs to work. Like, this needs to be a home run signing. And that's the problem, is if he needs to be a home run signing, you might find yourself in a very bad situation. And again, keep in mind, like, there's other teams that are going to be interested in him, and we might get in a bidding war. So here's his situation, or his video from the 2020 NFL Draft. I just kind of want to play this real fast. I'm going to have to cover up half the screen because the NFL gets angry when you use their content. But this is what how they explained him.
And the durability was because of Muthi. Big thing with him is short arms with Muthi and the durability concerns moving forward to the NFL.
By the way, you don't want to go out to eat with Nathane Muthi. He once ate a 10 by 10 at In-N-Out Burger. Yeah, that's 10 patties and 10 slices of cheese. All right, Daniel Jeremiah, tell us about the next product that the Patriots got up front out of Michigan.
Yeah, this is Michael Onwenu.
Michael Onwenu. There you go. And first off, the first thing that they said really just, it like hits me right in the gut, is durability issues. When I hear an offensive line and a durability issues, the first thing I think of is no. No. Never. We're not doing that. I don't care how much he can eat. I don't care how big he is. No. If I hear durability issues in the same sentence as an offensive lineman, the last thing we need right now is problems with injuries. It's the last thing we need.
344-pound guard. Reminds me of the guy Benny Anderson, used to play for the Baltimore Ravens when I was working there. He's, again, a mauler, brawler. He's a finisher in the run game. You're not going to get through him in pass pro through his chest because he's just too big and too strong. Just a little bit limited once he gets out in space. You're not drafting him to do that. You're drafting him to move the person that's right over his nose, something he did very well at the university.
Which, you know what? Who does that? Moves the person right over their nose, and that's their job? A offensive guard. And that's why they drafted him, to be an offensive guard. And then they moved him to tackle, and they made him a tackle, which is not bad and not a bad idea if he can play tackle. You know, hey, listen, some guards can play tackle, some tackles aren't good enough, and they play guards. It is what it is. Everyone has their own special position that they're good at. I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to spend the money and go out there and spend all this money on a guy who we don't even know if it's going to work out. This is how you lose. This is how you lose as a team. You waste money on players that it might not work out with. I'm sure he's a great player, and I'm sure he could be a great player for us, but you got to think, is it worth the risk? That's what you got to think about. Is it worth the risk? There's other free agents, other options at the right tackle position in free agency, or guards or tackles in free agency. Plus, you also got to look at, we got Trent Brown in free agency, the other Patriots guy. We also have, what's the guy's name? Illuminor, Jermaine Illuminor, who from the Raiders, who wants to play for us. There's all these options. I don't think going out there and spending all this money on this option is the smart idea. But that's just my personal opinion. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.